This is Jennifer Markarian, Manufacturing Editor at Pharmaceutical Technology. Today I'm speaking with Jeff Odum, Director of Operations at IPS Integrated Project Services. At Interphex, Jeff will be speaking on the topic of implementing single-use biomanufacturing systems into traditional stainless steel-based facilities. Jeff, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for the invitation.
So, Jeff, what are some of the advantages of implementing single-use systems?
There have been any number of different studies and articles that have been written that discuss this question in great amounts of detail. Many of the advantages that are touted both by industry and the vendor community include reduction of cleaning costs via the decrease in the size or elimination of costly CIP systems because you are now getting away from fixed stainless steel equipment. Along that same line, a reduction in floor plan space due to the fact that this equipment is smaller, it's easier to move in equipment modules. The reduction in the need for classified space. A lot of the work that is being done from a design standpoint is looking at how the implementation of single-use systems can allow you via validation of system closure to reduce the amount of classified space that you must maintain during your manufacturing operations. And probably the biggest advantage is flexibility, especially if you are looking at the issues related to process changes in early stage development, where now the ability to make those changes is much easier. There have been a lot of developments in the biopharmaceutical industry that have added to the challenges of designing, building, and operating the traditional manufacturing facilities that we've used over the last 3 decades. As our insights increase into product requirements and product characterization, the critical path for the development of a lot of new products is now shifting to the process development stage, and manufacturing timelines are being condensed, and thus speed and flexibility are becoming very, very critical to a lot of our clients. We think that future manufacturing systems are going to have to be agile enough to deliver not only on this flexibility, but with regards to a wider variety of product types, and to do this in a shorter time frame. And single-use systems can provide a means to allow for this increased flexibility and a focus on speed to market, even if you are dealing with what I'll call a stainless steel-based facility.
Okay, very interesting. So what are some types of manufacturers that might have existing stainless steel facilities, but they should consider implementing at least some single-use systems?
Well, the first thing that a company needs to look at in terms of implementation of a single-use technology, it's got to be driven by the product and the process attributes, the need for flexibility that they may have, and really an understanding of the critical process parameters. A lot of what is being focused from a regulatory perspective within the quality by design efforts really touches on these items. There are any number of manufacturing organizations that could benefit from the implementation of single-use technology. To me, one of the groups that I think is really going to see a significant benefit is contract manufacturers. If you look at their business model being driven by both speed and flexibility, the implementation of a single-use technology could provide some very distinct advantages in terms of their ability to adapt to new processes based on not only new clients but existing clients. It gives them the flexibility to change their platform technology rather rapidly and probably in a lower cost, lower need for classified space, and this would decrease the amount of capital expenditures that they would have to deal with as well. I think that there are other business models that would also benefit from this type of technology. Organizations that are focused on process development, such as research-driven organizations that really do high-level development work. This would be a tremendous advantage for them. Other groups that are focused on what I'll call pandemic response or other types of terrorist threats that in the world we live in today, unfortunately, are there and they're real. And again, the ability to adapt very rapidly to the definition of what some form of pandemic could be is, again, a distinct advantage. Flexibility and adaptability, again, are key. And then the other group that I think is really going to be able to benefit from this in a way that maybe they haven't started to look at in depth are the academic institutions that really are being squeezed by their ability to fund capital expenditures for facility infrastructure. I know there are a lot of institutions that are wanting to advance their intellectual property. They also are signing license agreements and partnership agreements with major biotech and pharmaceutical organizations, and this allows them to be able to continue the work that they are doing and not have to be in the situation from the standpoint of being driven by capital. So the research and development would enjoy the advantages of even potential partnerships with some of the equipment vendors, for example. But I think overall, any manufacturing organization should really explore the potential advantages of this type of technology. It's not to say that it's the be-all, end-all, if you will, for the answers to some of the manufacturing issues that they may face. But I think it really is worthwhile from the standpoint of the value that it can bring to the table.
Very interesting. Jeff, thank you so much for sharing with us, and thank you to the audience for your attention. If you'd like to hear more on this subject, be sure to attend IPS's presentation on Tuesday, April 23rd at Interphex.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. We look forward to seeing everybody.